Facebook and YouTube. Hope this works for us today. Looks good for the moment. View this. Admit all. Security. Off. View gallery. Good morning, dear Dharma friends. Have we got sound? Yay! Very helpful, Pamela. This is better than this. All right, I think. Would someone say something so I can tell if I have sound from that end? Hello? Huh. Would someone try speaking again? Dave Mayer, are you speaking? You are. Why am I not getting a new phone? I am at my office. Everything had to be disassembled and reassembled. Oh. How about that? Ooh. I could hear that.
You can hear?
I can hear.
Hey.
All right, I think I'm in business. Let's see. Oh, external headphones. David, are you there? We're good. Thank you. All right. So, hello everybody. I am the person known as Robert Beatty. I am in my office at PIMC. It's kind of a big day here at PIMC. The tenants are moving out today. Oh, hello Jim, I see you. Let me hook you up here. The tenants are moving out. We have movers coming to help them. Those who are remaining after the project, the building project, are putting their stuff in the Dharma hall with tarps over it. So, big day. We're starting. So I can say I am at the Portland Insight Meditation Community and in our lovely old ancient building. And I'm here for another reason, which is my daughter needs me to dog sit today. So I have, she will at some point during this broadcast appear, and I will mute and get little Charlie settled. So my grand dog is coming. If anybody's new, this is a broadcast of the Portland Insight Meditation Community. The website is portlandinsight.org. And if you want to join us on Zoom, go to robertbeatty.com, and you will there find the link to join us on Zoom for the real deal. If you do, in that case, you would be able to hear all the sharing at the end as well. So I stumbled upon this poem, reminded of it a couple of days ago, around this theme of impermanence. And it's a poem, another poem by Bill Stafford. So it goes like this. It's called The Big House. She was a modern, you know. He, you know, dealt in land. They maintained, you know, several gardens. You know, when the wind blows, the flowers are famous. Their house was well built, they say, and they say the foundation had rock under it. Some of the walls, they say, were 2 feet thick. An artist, they say, designed the door handle. Construction took I don't know how long, and I don't know how many bedrooms they needed. I don't know how big a plan, but the whole thing, I don't know how, fell down. They're gone, they say, you know. I don't know where. She was a modern, you know. He, you know, dealt in land. They maintained, you know, several gardens. You know, when the wind blows, their flowers are famous. Their house was well built, they say, and they say the foundation had rock under it. Some of the walls, they say, were 2 feet thick. An artist, they say, designed the door handle. Construction took I don't know how long, and I don't know how many bedrooms they needed. I don't know how big a plan, but the whole thing, I don't know how, fell down. They're gone, they say, you know. I don't know where. That just made me think of something. I think I want to do this if I can find it. Where would I look? Yes. Oh yeah, I know how. I think I know how. Yeah. So let me see if I can share this screen. This is a friend of mine, Carl Culberson, who passed away yesterday morning. This picture was taken about 5 days ago. It's with his daughter Sarah and her husband. This man was a giant of heart. He was a training Jungian analyst in San Francisco. But he was a person who touched, I would say, tens of thousands of lives with his kindness. Yesterday morning, pretty early, he passed away in their home in Sebastopol, California. Carl Culberson, husband of Mary. Mary and Carl were significantly responsible for my changing my mind and becoming willing to have children. They demonstrated they demonstrated such an alternative to being in a family than I had experienced in childhood, that it actually could be rooted in health and love and playfulness. So when I would go see Ruth Dennison, I would commonly stop in San Francisco, and they lived in Palo Alto before they moved to Sebastopol. And we had some very beautiful, powerful times together. Gone. How does the line go in the poem? They're gone, they say, you know. I don't know where. So to Carl Culberson and to the 150 to 170,000 other people who died yesterday and will again today. So let's sit, my friends. Let's do this research into what it is to be a human being. What is it to be a vulnerable, breathing, living human being? Please notice the contact that the body makes with the cushion or the chair or the bed. Not a fantasy, not an imagination, but the actual sensations of contact. Notice the life in the hands and the fingers. Maybe let us practice telekinesis, moving matter at a distance by wiggling your middle finger of your left hand. How does that happen? And as is our custom and strategy, let us take up mindfulness of in-breathing and out-breathing. Each breath, every breath, this breath, has a beginning. It comes into being, into existence. It persists through rising to fullness, through declining to vanishing. There is a question of how intimate, how closely you can experience being alive as a breathing mammal. Can you be present for the very first inception, the birth of the breath? Can you be present through the rising to fullness, the decline, the vanishing? There may well be thoughts. Freedom from suffering arises when we neither attach to nor reject anything that arises. Thoughts are not enemies, nor are they friends particularly. They just are. They are phenomena like clouds. Comets, thunderstorms. And every single experience that arises with consciousness sings the song of impermanence, is the song of impermanence. Being presence as each breath is born, lives its lifetime, and passes away. What is the nature of the inner weather at this moment? Is the mind calm and peaceful, deeply at rest? Do thoughts come intermittently, if at all? Or is there a fairly constant stream of thoughts, or are you swept away? Is there an obsession this morning? Is there some preparation happening for something you're going to do today, or think you're going to do today, plan to do today? Is the emotional tone at ease and restful? Or perhaps somewhat possessed by a mood? Is there desire, wanting a different mental state? Wanting something that may happen later today, to be here now? Or perhaps there's disliking, aversion. Maybe there's sloth and torpor, sleepy dullness. Resting here and now in the direct experience and fact of in-breathing and out-breathing. each breath, each thought, each body sensation, each sound has a beginning. Because of this beginning, inherent in this beginning is its ending. There may be in the conditioned mind a habit of commenting on everything. It's like there's a little someone in there who is in charge of everything. And now I need to do this and I need to do that. And I did this well, I did that badly, and so on. This trance state, the I, me, mine trance, is very convincing. It is a mental distortion, a delusion. And we set ourselves free not by figuring it out, but by waking up. And we incarnate more and more fully into the body, as a body. In this moment, now. Hearing, breathing. One of the usefulnesses of the human mind is our capacity to imagine. We can create fantasy realities. We often do. We create them as fears, anxieties. We can also create beautiful things, as we could right now, if you'd like to. Leave your body right here and to know that you're safe. And you can come back to this body at any moment. To be here. And to imagine yourself at that place that we visited a few times before on these mornings. Maybe it's a place in the forest that you know in objective reality, or you've created in your imagination. Or maybe it's the beach. Or maybe it's a rocking chair in front of a fire. It's a place in which you can let your guard down. You can feel really safe. And as you rest there, you can find another part of yourself to be walking down a country road. There's split rail fences on either side and forest, meadows, a few birds. And it's quiet in that way that a living forest and living pastures are. And it's so good to not have a destination other than your own heart. This moment. And you could take a short time or a long time, or it could be far or close. But you come to that familiar gate. It might be on the left-hand side or the right-hand side, but it's that gate that so interestingly has your name upon it. And it's an old sign, weathered. It's been there for a long time. And there's that sturdy, familiar gate with that special latch. And before you lift the latch, you look over the gate into a field, into acres of the most exquisite flowers you've ever seen. There are your favorite flowers. Perhaps it's marigolds or dahlias or crimson flowers or white flowers. Perhaps it's that favorite double delight rose. There are little tiny flowers and great big flowers, sunflowers 7 or 8 feet high. And as you look around, you understand that these flowers, every single one of them, is the vipaka, the fruits of your former fine karmic actions. Your acts of kindness, of generosity, of patience. Your acts of forbearance, forgiveness. You might discover that you're a bit overwhelmed. Who knew? Who knew that helping that person across the street would bear such fruit? Who knew that being patient with your loved one or partner or child through an illness could bring such profound beauty? Some part of you knew all along, but it's hard to believe sometimes during the difficult times. And so you go to that place near the entrance, near the gate, where there's that beautiful basket. In fact, there may be several baskets. And they're dedicated specifically for this picking. And there's also some shears there. Very sharp, high quality, worn. They've been used a lot of times. And you wander amongst your garden, the garden of your own beauty, the garden of your own generosity. And you pick a few of this and a few of that. Maybe a whole few handfuls of gladiolas or peonies. And as you pick, you remember your kindness. And you realize that you made a commitment a long time ago to being the kindest, most generous person you could possibly be. And this is part of taking refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. I aspire to cultivate the good in myself, to restrain the unwholesome, the unskillful, and wander about in your garden, and you might be seeing some people today, or person or persons. You might pick a bouquet for them. Perhaps it would be appropriate to have a little spring bouquet of daffodils, of tulips, a sprig of this, and something of that. And pick as much as you like, because it grows faster than you can possibly pick it. This garden of your beauty and delight and generosity and kindness. And you can take a long time here or a short time, because you're really outside of time. It can be any time at all. And you know that you can come here anytime you want, to revel in, to reflect in your goodness. And when it is time, you make your way to the gate, to the picking basket place. And there's everything you need there to wrap the flowers, to be sure they stay wet, to wrap them just enough so you can carry them easily. And you have your bouquet for yourself to delight in, and the bouquets you've picked for friends and others, people who need one today. Once again, you look over this acreage of incredible blossoming, and you thank yourself for all your actions in the past. You reaffirm your commitment to generosity and kindness. You pack everything up and put the shears away exactly where they belong. You open the gate and step through and pause to look back over and see this exquisite beauty on this beautiful moment. And knowing that you can come back here at any time you wish, in a heartbeat, in the blink of an eye, at the speed of thought. You make your way back down the road, that country road. Gravel. On either side there's that split rail fence. There's trees, birds. You know there are animal eyes in there watching you. And you make your way at such an easy pace back to wherever it is that you left from. To the rocking chair, to that favorite place in the beach, the glade in the forest. And you're resting. You discover yourself to be resting there. And that then is contained so beautifully in where you actually are as a body right now. Feeling your body sitting, touching, aware of the sounds around you, including this voice. Feel the life in your hands, in your feet, in your forehead, in your eyes. And notice how close that garden is. The garden of your beautiful acts. The garden of your kindness. And now bringing awareness into the eyes. And notice the intention that's required to let the eyes open. And then ever so kindly, gently, making that effort to let the eyes open. And in so doing, precipitating the miracle of seeing. Seeing. And if your vision is clear, you will encounter little postage stamps of human beings. Seeing. You might notice that everyone has quite a lot of flowers around them. It's hard to know what to do with so many flowers. Maybe we could quietly make secret trips to the homeless camps and leave a bouquet outside each tent. The bouquet of our love. Oops. Jim, would you please take over for a few moments? I have a dog to greet, I think. I'm going to turn this off.